Hi everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and we're going to talk about some of the new vinyl that came out today, either as a new release or a few reissues. There's a large stack to get to. I'm going to go through it as quick as we can because I know it's hard to sit and watch for long periods of time. So also the list will be posted down below. It's kind of alphabetically or in order of how we're going. So if there's something that you do want to hear about, you can kind of skip ahead and get to that rather than just having to, to sit here and go through all, because there's a lot, and it's I'm just giving the pertinent information, but I know that sometimes it goes on. So let's start out with picks of the week, shall we? This week, what I picked for my pick is Big Red Machine. How long do you think it's going to last? And this is on Jaguar. This is Aaron Dessner of The National and Justin Vernon from Bon Iver, and kind of their ever-morphing project of a roving band of unlikely musicians that come together and, work on the songs with them. The standout track for me, of course, is Phoenix featuring Robin Pecknold from Fleet Foxes and Annie Mitchell. And beautiful, beautiful vocal, typical Robin Pecknold. Everything he sings is gold and really beautifully done, inspired by a song that, or inspired by a conversation that Robin had with Justin Vernon in an elevator when they were playing at this venue called the Phoenix, and that's how the name is too. There's a couple of tracks that Taylor Swift sings on because Aaron Dessner's been working with her. Sharon Van Etten is on here. Anyway, it's a real nice compiled piece. It's these like-minded musicians that really kind of like to interpret emotion through song and that kind of thing. It's just it's very apparent in the music. It's just it's heavy feeling music. But anyway, really enjoyed this. You can get it on red vinyl or black vinyl, and it also comes on cassette for you, those of you that like that. Okay, I also want to mention to you is the Scottish kind of synth pop band Churches. This is their 4th studio album, and this is called Screen Violence. It's on the Glass Note label. They have kind of reminded me here of a band who has kind of taken a step back and really kind of figured out where they're going. Their last album, if you remember, probably, wasn't too strong. So, that kind of happens sometimes when, this is only their 4th release, but they're coming back strong. And I feel like they've kind of really figured out what they want to be, and very, very, still kind of anthemic kind of sound to them, but they've even got a single, How Not to Drown, that features The Cure's Robert Smith on vocals, which is like something that's a pretty nice rite of passage for an indie band. But the whole concept of this album is like an ode to digital violence, whether that is experienced on the screen, by the screen, and through the screens. And, there's a lot of writing that's examining this kind of stuff. It's not really that same usual kind of hokey, let's put down our phones kind of thing. It's just an exploration of, the way that they're seeing things. It's more an observation, not a criticism. But anyway, kind of interesting. Really liked this. Happy for them that they're finding their feet. And this also comes either on red opaque vinyl or without the sticker, that's the black vinyl. Okay, so those are my picks, and now we're going to get through this as quick as we can, just the pertinent information, but again, feel free to skip ahead. First up, this is Anne Marie. It's called Therapy. This is on Warner Brothers. It's the 2nd LP from this British singer-songwriter. It's a limited edition on neon orange. Okay, then we have the anniversary called Your Majesty. This is on Vagrant. It's the 25th anniversary of their 2nd LP. This is like, garage rock, neo-psychedelia, pop rock, space rock, kind of emo. It's all there. Everybody hates that emo tag these days, but this is kind of that personified, and comes on this gold vinyl for the anniversary edition. All right, next up, we've already talked about Ashland on cassette that we had a couple of weeks ago. Now it's out on clear vinyl. This is through Mom and Pop. It's her debut records. This girl is a graduate of the Berklee College of Music. She's writes very deeply emotional but kind of fun stuff, and let me see. Okay, there's a song called Till Forever Falls Apart, and that's with Billie Eilish's brother Phineas is on there. So, you know, everybody always has the guests these days, and I'm finding a lot of today's stuff are second sophomore albums. So you'll continue to see that as we go through. Okay, next up, this is Beach Boys, Feel Flows. It's the Sunflower and Surf's Up sessions, and it comes two ways. Okay, the first, this is through Capitol. This is the 2 LP version, and this is the 4 LP box. So it comes like both ways, okay? And, okay, this is a collection of tracks from Sunflower and the Surf's Up sessions, remastered versions of the original albums on here. And the big box has 64 tracks, 44 previously unreleased alternate versions, mixes, and vocals. And for the 2 record one, see, this one has the sticker for 2, and this one's 4. Okay, and that one on 2, it has the same, the original LP, 30 tracks and 8 of the unreleased ones. So you can get that 2 ways for those. Okay, and then we have Black Noise, Oblivion. This is through Warner Brothers. This is a Detroit-based producer. This is his second full-length, another sophomore release, featuring Earl Sweatshirt on here. And this is on Tan Cressida. And that is like this little offshoot label through Warner Brothers where they feel like they can be a little bit riskier. So that's kind of the first thing through that. So try it out. Detroit rapper. Okay, this Bleachers, Take This Sadness Out of Saturday Night, and this is on Glow in the Dark vinyl. Okay, this is through RCA. This is Jack Antonoff, who you may know is the guy who's been working a lot with these very slick albums for people like Taylor Swift, like Clairo, Lorde, Lana Del Rey, very kind of slick production value, stuff like that. Well, this is his, you know, offshoot pop band, the thing he does on his own. Let's see. So it's like the third offshoot solo album that he's done with under this, and it's very careful songwriting, very carefree pop. It's what you would put in the classification as very tasteful pop. So it's not setting the world on fire, but you know, he's doing his thing. Okay. Then this one, Pierre Bourne, Life of Pierre's. This is on clear vinyl through Interscope. It's named one of the most anticipated albums of the summer of 21. And its guests are like Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi Vert, stuff like that. Everybody's got the guests. And have you guys noticed in the past weeks when we're talking about guesting, seems like Lil Uzi Vert just shows up all over the place. Is that guy doing anything besides just guesting on people's albums? I don't know, but he's there. He's there again. Okay, this one is Breeze, Only Up, opaque yellow vinyl, hand-drawn Dracula is the label on this. It's the second Breeze LP by producer and artist Josh Brody. 3 decades of British anthemic bands and angular guitars of the 70s are the inspirations for this kind of thing. He also draws on post-punk lush gloom and doom and 80s electro-pop and dance floor psychedelia, kind of like Happy Mondays stuff, that kind of thing. So it's like all these different little subgenres that he borrows from to make music and turns it into his own thing. All right, then we have Jimmy Buffett, Songs You Don't Know by Heart. This is on blue vinyl and it's through Mailboat Records, and I guess this came about of him asking fans what deep catalog songs they want to hear, and it resulted in this acoustic LP of lesser played cuts from his repertoire. So got that now, because I think he did have a album out years ago that was called Songs You Know by Heart. Well, here's the answer to that, Songs You Don't Know by Heart. Okay, this, The Bug, Fire. So there's two ways. This is on red and yellow vinyl or gray vinyl. This red yellow one is the actual indie exclusive. You can tell the difference because this one has kind of a brighter fire cover. You see the difference in color in these, okay? So it's on Ninja Tune, the latest full-length studio release for British electronic producer Kevin Martin. It's got guest appearances by all kinds of people, but I think you have to really be into this kind of club culture, into that genre to know the names. The only one that rang a bell with me was like Daddy Freddie. And but anyway, it's like real bass-driven electronica. And this one, the brighter colored one again, is the red and yellow vinyl. And this one is the gray vinyl. And it's got more of a dull color to it, okay? Then we have Children Collide, Time Itself. This is on white vinyl. This one is Spinning Top Records is the label. Long-awaited fourth studio album from this Melbourne indie rock, kind of noisemaker, rock, punky, fuzzed out, acid-tinged, mosh pit ready kind of that sort of music. So that one is out for you here now. Indigo De Sousa, Any Shape You Take. This is North Carolina-based band on, what label is this on? I'm sorry. Oh, it's on Saddle Creek. This comes to us through Saddle Creek. And it's ferocious and vulnerable in equal measure is the way that this one is described. And I believe the indie exclusive on this is the tangerine color. Okay, so again, the way that I distinguish this one here is the tangerine vinyl, and this one here, they're for some reason calling it shopping cart yellow. Now I don't know what is so yellow about a shopping cart, but that's the way that they're talking about it. So yeah, the indie exclusive is the tangerine one, and the yellow is the regular. Okay, this is a real nice release. This is Death Cab for Cutie, the Georgia EP, and this is on aptly on peach-colored vinyl. Okay, this is through the Barsuk label. Initially, this was a kind of a little fundraiser that they did. And it's just a 5-song EP of cover versions of songs from singers or songwriters or artists from Georgia. For example, you've got Waterfalls, and that's a TLC song. You've got The King of Carrot Flowers Part 1, that's a Neutral Milk Hotel song. You have Fall on Me, that's an REM song. You have Flirted With You All My Life is a Vic Chestnut song, and Metal Heart, which is a Cat Power song. So this was really good. I liked it a lot. Only 5 songs, it's just an EP, but pretty great. So that was nice. This is Death Valley Girls. This is called Glow in the Dark, and it's on Suicide Squeeze, and it is neon green, red, black splatter vinyl, limited to 1,500 copies worldwide. It's their second LP as well, and it's just like, you know, got this like barn burner guitar riffs and choral hooks and pounding rhythms, that kind of thing. So there you go. There's the back of it too. It's pretty great. All right. This is Maddie Diaz, History of a Feeling. This is the limited edition on Coke Bottle Clear. This is through Epitaph, and this is a Nashville-based songwriter and coming to terms with the dissolution of a meaningful relationship. So it's another one of those confessional type records. Okay. Then we have Dutch Uncles, Cadenza. This is Memphis Industries is the label. They it's the second LP, again another second LP from Manchester band. They're like prog pop, you know. That's the way to kind of describe this kind of stuff. This is the 10th year anniversary of this particular record. It's been remastered on what they're calling Duck Egg Blue vinyl. So that's the limited version. But anyway, there you go. That's available for you now. Next up is Bill Evans, and this is the Bill Evans Trio 64. This is through Verve, and This is Bill Evans Trio's first LP for Verve. It marked a reunion with drummer Paul Motion and his only recorded work with bassist Gary Peacock. So this is the Verve Acoustic Sound series. And it's very similar to the Tone Poet series that Blue Note puts out. This is 180 gram remastered from the original analog tapes on deluxe gatefold. So it's very, very similar to that Tone Poet stuff, but that's here for you now too. Okay, this next one is kind of a cool piece. This is Jad Fair and Kramer. It's the history of crying revisited. And this, let me see here, is... I want to see what label it's on. Oh, it's on Shimmy Disc. Okay, so this is the third collaboration between Jad Fair and Kramer, although they haven't collabed in like 20 years. So they're, first two coming out. This has been like 33 years that they've kind of been doing this. But anyway, super long time in between from doing this one here. The music is by Kramer, the words are by Jad, and it's remixed by Kramer on the same vintage console that was used by Brian Wilson to mix Pet Sounds. It also features a real psychotic guitar solos on every single track from Paul Leary, who is from the Butthole Surfers. So the first pressing is 500 copies on Golden Tears vinyl, and you will find that this particular one, if you're familiar with the other two that they did, this sounds nothing like the other two. It's a completely different thing. Jad Fair is in incredibly great vocal singing. He's in fine voice on this, you will find. So real good. I like this. I think this is a real interesting piece that came out. So limited to 500 on this first run on that Golden Tears vinyl. So that's available. Okay, the next thing, another real interesting piece. This is Sandro Galileo and Eraserhood Sound. Now, this is on the Eraserhood Sound label. What this is there was an Italian film in 1974 that was never completed that was called Rebelle de Mer, and it was just shelved and kind of forgot about. And these Vincent John and Maxwell Perla, they came across the score and they thought, wow, they had something really good here. So they decided to go ahead and, record it and put it out in their synth soul kind of sound that they do. So this is 9 tracks ranging in style from this dynamic kind of Philly soul sound, spaghetti Western R&B, and Italian library funk. So they found themselves a real masterpiece. And, Sandro Galileo, it was his last film. And like I said, he never saw this come to fruition, but these guys resurrected it. So that's kind of a cool thing. All right, and this is a reissue of Garbage. This was their debut record. This is on Infectious Import. This is from their debut album from 1995, and it had those big hits, Stupid Girl and Only Happy When It Rains is on here too. So this is an excellent one. And yeah, there it is for you. I think it's on 2 LPs now. Yeah, they stretched it out to 2 LPs. Okay, this is Martin Gore, Third Chimpanzee remixed. This is another one that is on orange and blue vinyl. This is through Mute. Martin Gore, of course, is one of the founding members of Depeche Mode. And actually, we have the same birthday. Isn't that a little piece of information there? So this is new mixes of 10 tracks, limited edition. And it's very dance electronica, kind of stuff, all instrumental and pretty good. I liked it. Thought it was all right. All right, this is Steve Gunn, Other You, 2 LPs on Matador. And this is his 6th studio album. He's a singer-songwriter. And yes, he's been kicking around a long time. If that's his 6th record, I don't really know anything about him, though. Halsey is out today. If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. This is on orange vinyl. This is on Capitol, produced by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. So, you know, it's got that extra edge to it. It's her 4th studio album. It's a very bold concept record, and I think people have been waiting for this for a while too. So here for you now. And there is a J. Cole record out today called The Off Season, and this is on the J. Cole Dreamville label. This is a, you know, Grammy award-winning artist, and yeah, so that's his new one. Again, didn't hear it today. Couldn't tell you what it sounds like, but you know, there you are. It's out. Last week we were talking about Duran Jones and the Indications, or either that or the week before. The cassette is out this week, so we've got that available. All right. Then this is a great record. This is the Kooks, Inside Out. It's the 15th anniversary of this, that was their debut record. It's been now stretched into it's a double now. Yeah, it's on Astralworks. That's a subsidiary of Virgin Music. And they're, you know, a Brighton-based quartet. It includes previous unheard demos and alternate versions, which is why it's stretched out to 2 LPs. Yeah, liner notes, new interviews. Okay, then we have Masego. Sorry. Capital Cuts, live from Studio A. This is EQT Recordings. This is a band that NPR kind of called one of music's most promising chameleons. So there's just a couple of tracks here that you can, you know, get into the live sound of the room. Okay, then we have Megadeth Unplugged in Boston. This is on metallic silver vinyl. It's on the Cleopatra label. It's an intimate acoustic performance that was recorded in 2001. Very limited quantities wherever available. Kind of a much sought after thing that, you know, you could hear this music in a completely different format than, you know, Megadeth ever had, you know, done anything before. So kind of interesting in that respect. This is John Mellencamp, Good Samaritan Tour 2000. It's on Republic Records, and I guess they were doing a film that chronicled his historic free tour in 2000, where he just performed on street corners and in parks and things like that. And looks like there are 12 tracks on here, and I guess that's just it. It's kind of a little bit like a documentary series. I think it's narrated by Matthew McConaughey. I don't know where we can see that, but here's the accompanying vinyl that goes with it out today. All right, now we have Outcast Ali, come on, how do you say it? Yeah, Aliens iconic album. This is the 25th anniversary of it. This is a 4 LP set. It includes the original album and then the whole album instrumentally. So you get it both ways. That is, let's see, through Legacy, and yeah, previously unreleased, all the instrumental stuff. So there you go. That's available for you now too. This is, well, Oyasi, Alembo is what it's called, and this is on the Hakuna Kulala label. This is just 4 fresh tracks of slower and somber, forward-thinking club music. Electronic and trap is kind of what they mixed together to come up with their sound, and Central African influence as well on top of that. So that's here. Then we have Partner, Came Down Different. This is on Bar None Records. This is real, just like loose guitars, walls of feedback, and you know, pounding hardcore, same as always with these guys. So there you go. This is Perez Prado, Greatest Mambos. This is on yellow vinyl in a gatefold sleeve on the Golden Lane label, and this is just the most memorable mambos of Perez Prado, King of Mambo. Then we have Rico Nasty, Nightmare Vacation, through Atlantic. This is the official debut of the punk rap rage queen, and she's a trendsetter too, and it features fan favorite Smack a Bitch. Okay, so that's here for you now too. All right, this is Elliott Smith, From a Basement on the Hill, 2 LPs on Kill Rock Stars, the final recording from 2004. It had edgier guitar-driven sounds alongside his, heart-rending ballads. And I think this originally came out, God, I want to say, was it Anti? But anyway, now Kill Rock Stars have picked it up to reissue it for you. So that's here too. Then we have these, interesting kind of pieces. This, not really sure what it's about. It's music from the iconic film Coming to America with new tracks. So is it the soundtrack or not? I don't know, because I feel like I'm just not satisfied with the explanation of this that I was trying to read up on. And the thing that made it even more confusing is there is this one that's like a double, and this is Rhythms of Zamunda, music inspired by the Amazon original movie. So what is it? Is there like an Amazon Coming to America, or, Coming to, I don't know. I'm not sure, because I thought there was supposed to be like a Coming to America 2. And maybe was that like an Amazon original movie? I don't know. But anyway, it looks like this one is music, and this one has music from the original motion picture, and maybe this one is music from the Amazon original. I don't know. It's not clear to me, but those are both here if you're up on that. And then there's also a soundtrack for The Dark Knight, Batman, film by Christopher Nolan. It's the Grammy Award-winning score to the hit film. Brit Award winner for Soundtrack of the Year, 2 LPs on Joker-inspired neon green and violet splatter vinyl. So there you go. And I can't really even tell you what's on it because I think it's just, a score for the film. I don't think it has any kind of, songs we all know on there. I don't know. This is Space Africa, Honest Labor. And this is on purple vinyl on the Diaz label. This is, again, another Manchester, UK. It's like these, sounds. It's real ambient stuff. It's like mosaics of dialogue, rhythm, texture, shadow. It's real sleepy kind of stuff. Very much ambient background music is what I found it to be. Okay. Then we have Spice Girls, Wannabe. This is a picture disc through Virgin to commemorate the 25th anniversary of their debut single, Wannabe. And there's 3 mixes of that, and something that was previously unreleased called Feed Your Love is on here too, okay? This is Squid, Near the Westway, on Warp, 2-track EP, recorded straight to lacquer, and it's 2 new songs. They're recorded in 1 take. And I think that was originally a Record Store Day exclusive, now being made available to anybody who wants it. All right, then we got a reissue of Supergrass, In It for the Money. This is on Echo, and it's the second LP of theirs that came out originally in 1997, and it's been remastered from the original analog tapes. And you can get this on black vinyl or what they're calling turquoise. And the notes you'll find says that it comes with a 7-inch, but on the sticker it's actually telling you that it includes a 12-inch single. So I think that notation was just wrong. I believe it's the original album remastered plus a 12-inch, a bonus 12-inch that comes in with those 2. Okay, then we have, I hope I say this right, it's spelled T-S-H-A, Tsha, and this is Onliel, and it's on purple vinyl. It's a new EP, 4 songs. She says that each song represents a different part of her. I guess this is through Ninja Tune, and I don't know if you can see the purple. You can't really. Well, kind of maybe just there on the rim. That's the purple color that it is. It's that Prince kind of colored violet purple. Anyway, I guess that she's getting a bit of a buzz as a singer, songwriter, and this everyone's kind of awaiting her debut. But this is a little taster for us in the meantime. And then lastly, this is Vile. It's called Loudmouth. This is on Hot Pink Orchid Splatter. It's through Get Better Records. This is a femme punk band. They're kind of a Minneapolis riot girl sort of quartet. And they've got a lot of, just like wit and power kind of behind their lyrics and their approach to music. They're self-described as circus punk. But anyway, that's something that is pretty fun too. So, okay, that was a big pile. Going to try to join this video up together for you. I hope you found something that you liked. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And we'd love it if you would subscribe. And anything that you want to chime in on, please feel free to leave comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.